What's up, guys? Peter from Peter Does Coins, and this is a continue video. We're going to be going through the grab bag that I bought these coins, in the aftermath of that draped bust dollar, which is super cool. But yeah, I'm excited to get through these. I've got some really cool stuff in this bag too. Nothing quite as expensive, but yeah, I'm excited to show you guys. And so let's just get into it. We'll dump it out and let's see what we bought. All right, guys. Well, check this stuff out. I'll just unclip my phone. Take a look at that, guys. I mean, we've got some cool stuff to go through here. And so let's go ahead and do it. We'll just pick them up one at a time here. Yeah, and I'll probably end up flipping some of these up because I had some really nice stuff. All right, so first up, we have got a Ottoman Empire copper coin. I think these are 10 para. I think that's the denomination, maybe a 5 para. And this is going to be from 1293, which is right around 1870s, 1880s, I believe. So this is Ottoman Empire, Egyptian copper, 5 par, it should be, something like that. So definitely cool piece there, worth a couple of bucks. We've got some Canadian large cents, so I think I'll take these ones out. We've got some nice Queen Victoria stuff, some nice early large cents and some later stuff. So let me just pick out a couple of these. So we've got, all these Canadian large cents, just copper coins from Canada. That's all I see right there. I see one more right there. All right, so let's take those out. Those are going to be lower value coins, of course, but it's definitely cool. This one we've got is going to be a Brazilian coin, real early Brazil, and it's going to be the 40 race from Brazil. It's copper. It looks like the date's just worn off, but it's going to be 1820s, 1830s, in that range, probably late 1820s to early 1830s. So very cool. 40 race, unfortunately, is damaged, but a lot of these are damaged. Definitely a cool coin here, and you don't always see those, so I'm happy to have that one. Next up is going to be this Mexican copper. It's going to be an 1872, which is a little bit earlier. Mexico City 1 centavo. And again, it's definitely a nice piece, copper coin, but it's in pretty nice shape. Not a whole lot of damage. There's no giant scratches or anything like that on this coin. So pretty nice find there. I'll bring out this one early. This one I have to do a little bit more research on, but it's certainly an Elizabeth I 1 shilling. And so this is from around late 1500s to early 1600s. Not sure the exact dates that this coin was made. I need to figure out the specifications, but this is an Elizabeth I shilling. And it's in pretty good shape. It's from England, or I guess, yeah, it was before Great Britain, so I'm not sure. I think it's before Great Britain. It might be Great Britain before United Kingdom. I'm not great, but this is a hammered coin, so it is a little bit bent, but I think it's originally been bent because it was struck with a hammer. And so we've got a pretty nice Elizabeth I shilling, which is a better coin. So I'm excited to be able to offer this one. It's got a lot of details. It's even got the full legend with Elizabeth there. So very, very excited about that one. That's actually one of the coins that I'm gonna flip up here. All right, let's check out what else we've got here. This one's going to be a nice early Mexican 1860 quarter real from Chihuahua. This is going to be Mexican Chihuahua quarter real. And these ones are definitely tough to find. They're pretty scarce. And usually people will grab them when they can find them, just because they are so scarce, and it's a desirable coin. Next up, we've got a pretty nice looking 1913 Russian 1 kopeck. Little bit of red poking out through there. So definitely in pretty nice shape. I don't know if it's uncirculated. I'm not seeing as much luster. I'll probably call it, take a closer look at it here. And I just don't think I'm in the right lighting to be able to tell, just off the cusp, but it could be AU, could be XF, could be ONC. but it's a 1913 1 Kopeck, and in that condition, can't go wrong. Definitely a nice piece. This is a 1913 Switzerland. This one's definitely a mint state coin, and it's probably in a red-brown, in my opinion. This is going to be a 1. I believe this is a 1 Rapin from Switzerland. Copper coin, but really nice shape. It might get a brown, it might not get a red-brown, but there's certainly a lot of red highlights. This is when I stop touching it. I'm gonna flip it up, and there we go. Definitely a nice piece there. All right, and I guess I should probably, all of these will end up in flips, just to let you guys know. Of course, all of my coins end up in flips as I sell them. We've got another Canadian large cent there. This one was nice. I found an 1859, which of course is a better date. You have 1858, 1859, 1907. Then there's a bunch of varieties and stuff. I have not looked at this one's variety, but it's a nice condition, 1859. And I think I bought it for like $5, so you can't go wrong there. 1859 Canadian large cent. One of the key dates there. Next up, we've got a 1915 Cuba 5 centavos. That's going to be copper nickel, but it is an early Cuban coin, which makes it somewhat desirable. Probably get a couple of bucks out of that one. Here we've got an 1815. Unfortunately, it's old, but it is Spanish because we see Ferdinand VII on there, on the obverse. And we have got a Mexico City mint, it looks like. 2 reals. So we're going to call that 1815 Mexico 2 reals, which is actually pretty cool. That's right after the Oaxaca people were came off of power from Mexico. They minted coins in 1813 and 14. So I'm not sure the historical context on this one, but it could be potentially important. 1815 Mexico 2 reals. So that's potentially a cool date. Part of history, historical coin on this. So that's exciting. Here we've got, this one's pretty wiped, but not on the obverse. Well, it is still, but you can tell what it is. This is an 1862 Globes and Pillars 2 reals from Mexico City. And the Globes and Pillars are all definitely better. And I only paid $5 for it. So you can't go wrong. It's probably $5 of silver. It is 91.7%, as all Spanish coins were during this period. So definitely cool. Next up, we've got this one, which I'm actually not recognizing right off the cusp, and now I remember why. It's because it's an 1859 1 cent, and I think it's from Denmark, yeah, but I wasn't actually sure. I didn't actually do any research. I just bought it like this, and had a hunch. So this is a Denmark 1859 1 cent, and I'm glad I took the chance. I think this will be a nice coin. I'll have to do some research on that before I sell it, but pretty excited about that. Next up, we've got this big Chinese coin here. These I've not had one before, but I knew I had looked them up in the past, and they were kind of expensive. They're not super expensive, but I think I could get $40 out of it maybe. It's a late imperial China, is my understanding, which means I believe this is from the hundreds, early 1900s to 1910 maybe, somewhere in there. And it's going to be like a Chinese, maybe a 50 cash. I'm not sure, but it's a bigger coin. So excited to see what that is. I'll be doing some research on that. This one's kind of a junk coin. 25 cents. I paid less than that because it's really not worth a whole lot, but I'll take it out of the flip here and show you guys. Anyway, it's going to be an Austria 2 Heller from 1899. Nothing crazy there. Put that one over there. All right. Next up, we have got, this one was pretty cool. It's going to be a France 10 centimes with a little bit of red poking out. So this one, I can see there's luster on it. It's definitely an AU to UNC coin. 1900 10 centimes from France. Really nice condition on that one. That one's definitely going to go in the flip because we do have some original luster and red poking out of it. So excited about that one. And I realize, guys, of course, the luster is hard to see in the light here, but I'm taking a look at it in person, so I get a little bit of better view. So that's how I can see it. 1924 Canada 5 cent nickel here, which is pretty cool. Nice earlier nickel. Maybe get a couple, something for that. Next up, we've got a 1896 France 5 centimes, and I remember I bought this one because it's in nicer shape. nicer shape for 1896. And so if I can get a couple bucks out of that one, that would be nice. I also bought this 10 centimes, which I bought for the same reason. It's from 1893, copper coin. Then we've got a brass jeton. So this is a jeton, Jeton. A lot of people pronounce it a lot of different ways. But this one's a brass jeton. And it looks like we've got St. George slaying the dragon, actually, which is pretty cool. And it's going to be a brass coin. It's one of the smaller Jetons. I'm not actually sure where this is from or when. It's not dated. It's probably from France or Prussia. And it probably dates from the late 16 to early 1700s. Possibly middle 1700s, but I'm not sure. I'll have to look this one up. Definitely a cool piece, and this one I'm trying to get 10 bucks out of. Paid 5 for it, so that's a cool piece. This one, again, not going to be super high value. Kind of just a random coin that I picked up. Nothing crazy there. This one's going to be 1877, and that's actually going to be a one. Actually, I'm second guessing myself. I think this is a German states coin, West Friedland, maybe. Maybe I'm totally off on that. But either way, I'm actually not sure about what this is, but it's definitely cool. It's worth the gamble. What I paid for it, so cool piece there. Maybe, if anybody knows what this is, maybe comment in the comments section. Tell me what this one is if you can figure it out. It's an 1877, something probably German states, maybe something like that. Maybe Netherlands, and it's 1 cent maybe. Maybe one cent from the Netherlands. I'm not sure, but if you guys can figure it out, let me know in the comment section. Okay, next up we've got a half stuver from the Netherlands East Indies from 1825, which is really cool. Crude design on this one. 1825 Netherlands East Indies. Half stuver. Copper coin there, but that's awesome. Next up, we've got a lustrous Mexico 5 centavos from 1906. Probably an Unk coin, probably a low mint state. This one's nickel. It's not silver, but it's very cool. This is one of those coins that's heading straight into the flip. Definitely a cool piece there. This bright red coin here, I'm not even going to touch it. Going to put it in the flip. It's a common coin. However, I bought it because it's such high-grade red mint state from 1950. I mean, how could I pass up on a couple of cents for it? 1 Pfennig from 1950, minted in Munich. So that's cool. It's a mint state red. Next up, we've got 1876 Peru. 1876 Peru, copper 2 centavos. 2 centavos from Peru. Very cool there. Excited to offer that. Then I've got these ones. I pretty much bought the coolest British that you can find, guys. This guy, he must have had a set. So this is the 1853 farthing, just in, amazing shape. Tons of details on it, and even maybe a little bit of luster. It's probably in that XF low AU range. 1853 farthing from Great Britain. Queen Victoria, I mean, awesome, right? Then we move on to the halfpenny. Check this thing out. I mean, that's got luster on it. You maybe can't see it as much in the camera, but I think you can. I mean, that's nice. It's a brown with luster. I'm confident calling this a mint state. 1853 uncirculated halfpenny. That is awesome. Even got some red there poking through. But then we get to the penny. I'm sure you guys can see some red poking through here. Again, really nice lustrous coin. And then we turn it over, and we've got quite a bit of red on this side. Unfortunately, I think this one has been through some cleaning, so I think this is an uncirculated details coin. I think it's Unk Details cleaned, but that is just awesome. Uncirculated 1853 penny. Unk Details. That thing's awesome. So, yeah, I got the whole set. The half penny does not look circulated to me, so I'm going to flip these 3 coins up real quick. Just because they're in such nice shape, I don't want to be touching them or any other coins banging up on them. So, there we go. And we'll take these off the screen. All right, this one I bought because it's in, again, really nice condition. It's not actually more expensive in nice condition. It's got some green stuff on it. Needs an acetone bath, but it's 1916 France, 25 centimes, copper nickel coin in a mint state. So I was happy to pick that up for a couple of cents. Then we've got a 1739 Mondi 3 pence from Great Britain, in really nice shape. Take a look at that. We see George II on the obverse of this 925 silver, 3 pence, Mondi 3 pence. I mean, this thing is awesome. You know, there's no damage on this coin. 1739 3 pence. Really cool piece there. This is, you guessed it, going into a flip. That thing is awesome. Then we've got, pull the next one out here. Got so many coins. All right, let's get them all on the screen here. Next up is going to be a Chinese coin. So this is the mint mark on the Chinese 10 cash. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but I've got a sheet with that has the mint mark, so I'll go ahead and see what it is. It's probably 1900 to 1906, late Imperial Chinese 10 cash, and we'll see what mint it's from. I recognize it, so it's not going to be a super rare mint, but I'm just not sure which one it was. All right, then we've got 1912 Belgium. 1912 Belgium, this is another coin I bought because it's got some red poking through. It's probably not super high grade, to be honest. It's probably an XF, but it's 1 cent from Belgium. And, you know, it's worth the shot. Again, paid a couple of cents for it, so can't go wrong there. Here we've got, it's a hold 8 reals, but it's, you know, a nice full strike. It's a 1795 Mexico City, 8 reals, 917 silver. And, you know, you can't go wrong buying an 8 reals at what I bought this at, so it doesn't even matter. 1795 Spanish Mexico, 8 reals. That thing's awesome. Actually, I'm not going to flip that one up. I'm going to set that out. During our stream, I think somebody will say something, and that one will end up going pretty quick. All right, next up, we've got a Palestine 1 meal. 1 meal from Palestine, and this is a nice, you know, it's got some red poking through. 1935, probably going to be an AU coin in my opinion, possibly a mint state. Definitely a nice piece. This one I was really excited about. 1754 George II British farthing. I mean, this thing is in nice shape. You don't see them that nice. This one's headed straight into the flip. Really cool piece here. 1754 British farthing. Just amazing condition. All right, next up we are going to take that one out of the flip. That's nothing crazy there. It's going to be a common Taiwanese coin, or China, whichever you prefer. Then we've got, let's break this thing. Nope, I'm going to leave this one in it just because it's got the date. 1877 Japanese copper 2 sen. 2 sen is going to be the biggest copper coin Japan made during the era. So it's definitely cool. It's got the dragon on there, which is a popular design. Next up, I decided to pick this one up just because it's a nice early Colombian piece. It's going to be copper nickel, but it's from 1881, 2.5 centavos from 1881, Colombia. Definitely a nice, cool coin there. Getting down to the wire now, but it looks like this one's going to be, this one's the Nova Scotia. It's an 1832 Nova Scotia halfpenny token. I only know that because I recognize the design. I've dealt with them before. Probably, you know, low value coin, but still cool. And I always pick that stuff up when I can find it. This is going to be an 1841 Queen Victoria 6 pence sterling silver. And it's a nice early date, 1841, and no damage on it. So nice respectable coin there. Excuse me. Next up is going to be a shilling, and this was a pretty nice shilling. It's going to be an 1816 King George III shilling with no damage. Yeah, there was some really nice British stuff, obviously, in this lot. And so 1816 British shilling, sterling silver, and that one is headed into the flip. So there we go. Next up, let's do this big shiny. I believe this is a 4 pence, George II. We've got the Mondi 4 pence from 1739. So again, you know, just insane. Maybe it was part of that set with a 3 pence. You know, there was certainly a bunch of Mondi stuff. These are the only two I picked up, but 1739, 4 pence. George II. That thing's awesome. It looks like we've got a couple more Canadian large cents that I missed. We've got an 06, that's not bad, and a 1918. We've got another of those Colombian coins. Nice early piece, 2.5 centavos. This one's from 1886. Smaller coin, it feels like, but it could be off. Here's going to be a Mexican Revolution coin from Chihuahua, and it's going to date from 1915, 5 centavos. And it's got some red on it poking through, so it's definitely a high-grade coin. Very, very cool history there. Going to be flipping that one up. All right. Then we've got a nice early Mexican coin here from 1915, which is actually right after the Mexican Revolution. So this is potentially very cool as well. I didn't even see the date on it. I just picked it up because it was the older design and it was in nice shape. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited to research that one. This one's going to be very cool. It's going to be a British New Guinea 1 penny from 1936. And it's in pretty good shape. I've never seen the New Guinea one. Maybe I have, but I think this is a better coin, so I'm happy to have this one. Slightly better, at least. So that's awesome. I did find another of the 50 cash coins from China. We saw one of these earlier. This one's in a little bit lesser condition, but it's still nice. And if I could pull 20, 30 bucks out of it, that would be great. Possibly more. We'll see. Next up, we've got, this is going to be a Republic of China, which is 1912 to early 1920s. We'll probably date this coin. 10 cash. So again, copper coin from China. Definitely cool piece there. Republic of China, rather. Here I picked up a mint date, real nice BU 2 meals in a red brown, probably 1927. Actually, it's probably a brown. Just I don't think there's quite enough red, but really nice, attractive red all over the rims. Very, very nice looking coin. 2 meals from Palestine. That one's in good enough condition that it will be flipped up. All right. Next up, we have got this one. You know, I just bought it because it's a 1720 George I halfpenny. You know, it's got a big hole right through the middle of it, but I think somebody would like to have it just because it's George I and it's 1720. Legible date, you know, unfortunately it is holed though. Here we've got a couple of King George III halfpennies. And so we were trying to figure out if one of these was possibly a match in mills or something like that, which would have been an early contemporary counterfeit. We're inconclusive. We've got 1772 and 1775, and they look like possibly different designs. So, you know, the letters are closer on this one. The numbers don't match the font. So, you know, we're not sure. If you guys have any insight, you know, feel free to let me know in the comments section if we have a match in mills. Otherwise, these will probably be sold at just regular halfpennies in our Whatnot auction. So definitely cool pieces there. Excited to hear what you guys have to say on those. I mean, it looks like we're down to our last 2 coins. This is going to be an 1810 Ferdinand VII. And I think this is, no, it's Mexico. This one's Mexico City, 2 reals. It is damaged, unfortunately, but still 917 silver, Spanish colonial coin. This one's going to be the Guatemala Mint Spanish coin then. And it's going to be, I think this was 18, I'm not going to pretend I can read that. It looks like 1821. So I guess I am going to pretend I can read it. Maybe we can get a date off the screen though. Anyway, this is definitely NG, which is Guatemala Mint. And it's going to be a 1 real. 1 real from Guatemala with Ferdinand VII. So very cool. That's going to conclude our video for today. Thank you guys for tuning in, and be sure to subscribe and like for more videos. Thanks, guys. This has been Peter Does Coins.